Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and we are continuing this terrible trend of awful subjects today. This one is for the normalisation of P. Yes, another one. This one, though, is not coming from any homegrown Ps. No, this is coming from a new type, the Europerv. This is where the European Union is now describing what we call filthy nonces as people with a special interest in children. We're going to take a look at this and we're going to wonder what the hell is going wrong with our society. So here we go with horrible propaganda. The EU project rebrands the Ps as people with a special, you can read the word, interest in children. This is unbelievable. But we are, instead of, shall we say, dealing with these degenerates in the correct method, which is to castrate the bastards and then dangle them from lampposts as a warning to the others, we are instead pandering to them so that we don't upset their delicate feelings. These are the lowest of the low, and they are not worthy of any kind of sympathy. They need to be dealt with. But instead, we have to kowtow and pretend that they're normal members of society with just a special interest. They're sickening, and this appalls anyone who is not a nonce. A member of the European Parliament has accused the European Union of pushing horrible propaganda after a project described the Ps, the nonces, as people with an interest in children. It accuses the bloc of seeking to rebrand them with a term that is both more appealing and morally neutral. They are attempting to neutralise this hatred we have for these disgusting perverts, and instead they're trying to normalise that. And for all the time I've been running this channel, I've been pushing this, and I've been saying that they are attempting constantly to normalise this, and this is now finally being picked up and other people are seeing it. It is not just this channel that's doing it. Everybody is now starting to pick up what these elitists are trying to do when they come after your children. Christian Terhes, a Romanian MEP who sits with the European Conservatives and Reformist group, has slammed the EU for allegedly pushing the term P to be replaced with something more appealing and morally neutral. It comes after controversy surrounding the EU project's use of the term minor attracted people to describe the Ps, the nonces of this world. Despite the fact that the term is highly controversial, it's disgusting and is seen by some as overly sympathetic towards these child predators, these people who prey on innocent children for their own perverted gratification. However, despite the use of the term prompting huge backlash only last month, Terhes claims that the EU still seems to be trying to soften the language around the Ps, with another EU project on child protection repeatedly referring to them as people with an interest in children. And let me tell you that every single one of these mothers is, and I don't mean it in the nice way, I'm just doing it in the YouTube friendly word. You know exactly what I mean. Every single one of these M's needs to be dealt with, and there are too many. And anyone in the EU, anyone in any authority, in fact anyone who fails to call out these nonces as the dangerous predators that they are, is complicit and is one of them. And if you get anyone who calls these people anything other than degenerate, evil bastards, they also are Ps. He said, "I am shocked and appalled in equal measure that the European Commission was, until very recently, replacing the term P with the more appealing and morally neutral phrase of minor attracted person." Because again, they're trying to normalise this until it's everyday, until these grotesque, corrupt, riding, horrible pieces of human shit want access for their own gratification of anybody's child, and it's just perfectly seen as normal for these bastards to be walking around with children stuck to them. They are disgusting pieces of filth. So they even intensified this horrible propaganda and now talking of people with an interest in children, he continued. And this attitude of the European Commission to soft soap and evil and criminal behaviour like this, I can't say the words obviously, is dangerous and a threat to all children in Europe. Every single one of these people needs to be on a list and they need to be rounded up and castrated. And I would be the man to do it. I would take great delight. Give me a weekend, line them up, and I'll go choppity chop, chop, chop. And I wouldn't give one flying shit. The Romanian MEP also took aim at the EU's continued funding of drag queen shows for children because you've got to still sexualise them. This is the point. They keep pushing at every opportunity. Push sex, sex, sex straight down the throats of children, of young people. Pushing it all the time. And at the same time, sort of softening the image of the peas and the nonces because you got to mind warp and basically you're Stockholming children today into being totally accepting of whatever is put inside them. And these disgusting mothers are pushing this. And ain't we glad we've got out of Europe? But not fast enough and not far enough. We need to put a border up and make sure every computer that comes in. I'll tell you what, if you send the police into every single MEP's house and not just MEP, every politician, and you search everything, their phones, their computers, their tablets, the lot. You do a full history and I guarantee 30%, 40% of them will have something that they are ashamed of. Massively ashamed. And then you line them up and you introduce them to the concept of Second Amendment justice because that's far too damn good for them as well. Anyway, I'm so angry with this, I'm going to stop and come up before I do anything that will get me banned off bloody YouTube. What chance do children have? I've done a story today about the Scottish Green Party wanting to sort of get their hands on 8-year-olds and sort of encourage them to change their gender because they want to push this agenda onto them. And now you're getting the European Union itself softening its approach and trying to normalise this kind of behaviour. My God, we need to stand up and reject the elite. Eat them. I don't care what we do. We've got to take the elite and we've got to get rid of them. There must be some kind of moral revolution. And we put these bastards out to pasture. And I mean literally 6 foot under it. Anyway, I'm so angry about this. But it is not funny anymore. It is left. It is right. It is everywhere. You cannot get away from the facts. Anyone who sit there and cannot see this is deliberately obscuring reality. The reality is these perverted pieces of filth are everywhere and we need to stop them because, believe you me, they are coming after the children. Now I'm going to stop now and just go away and make myself a cup of tea or something to calm the fuck down because I'm angry. But anyway, if you like what you see and hear on the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell for notification of future outputs. Leave a like, leave a comment. Please share this video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and guard your children. Goodbye. Farewell.